comes Mina. Mina is my new brand. There's a Mina bird. It's very intelligent, very communicative.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
I want to be so engaged with the community and asking you guys like,
Oh my god, $28 for cookies? Like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Pokimane's response to the latest allegations has people questioning her IQ, cause bless her heart, but why is her brain always on low battery? Now, if you've been here long enough, then you already know that Pokimane isn't new to controversy, and we'll get to that further down. People were beginning to wonder why she had been so silent for a while. Well, she was actually busy brewing scandals, and oh, here we are. Not only did Pokimane steal another brand's idea, but also tried ripping off her fans by charging them literally double for cookies that she lied were her own creation, yet they already existed. I don't know what's worse between a con and a thief, but I know for sure that Pokimane isn't getting away with this. As y'all can already tell, there are way too many moving pieces here, so let's start from the top. All right, loves, without further ado, let's get into it.
in comes Mina.
Most of y'all might have heard this super weird expose where Pokimane was caught pants down. You see, one thing about these influencers and celebs is that for some reason they always do dumb stuff thinking people won't notice. However, what's even funnier is they always get caught every single time, but they still repeat the same old stick. Take Pokimane for instance. She sat pretty in her living room and hit record, only to lie through her teeth about creating a whole cookie brand for 2 years, when in real sense, she stole the whole damn thing. Furthermore, Pokimane unsuccessfully tried to make it look like her line of snacks were this groundbreaking discovery that the world had long been waiting for her to solve their snacking problem, saying she'd scouted the market but never came across such cookies that were both healthy and delicious at the same time. So she decided to solve this problem.
We basically made this brand because why are there not more snacks that are simply healthy, tasty? Like I told them since day one, I am never, ever selling something unless it is tasty. Realizing that, wait a second, you can make things that are both good for you and tasty. Why do we need to be at extreme ends of anything?
Sure, such a game changer. Anyways, let's take a minute and check if there is some truth to any of these. The website has nothing new, just usual marketing language companies use to rip you off, like only natural ingredients, no preservatives, gluten-free, yada yada yada. Lovers of snacks, devotees of quality food. This shared passion was met with an equally shared frustration that the snacks they loved the most often made them feel the worst. So they set out on a journey to create the most craveable, poppable, feel-good snacks of all time. As you can see, Pokimane clearly states that she created this.
Choosing a snack, I really want Mina to be known for just being like the no-brainer option. You can feel good about eating it. You can feel good after eating it. You can feel good because it tastes damn good while it's in your mouth. Too far? I don't know. We could figure that out later.
So this is why I started a snack company. After the panorama, I really needed to go on a health journey. I started working out more, eating cleaner, but I found that snacks basically belonged to one of two extremes. Either they were yummy, but super high in sugar, high in calories, made with synthetic ingredients, or they were on the other end of the spectrum where they were ultra healthy, no carb, high protein, no sugar, etc., but tasted like cardboard. So I teamed up with Darcy, who has over 20 years in the food industry, and we created Mina. Meet the Midnight Mini Cookie. This bite-sized cookie has real healthy ingredients, is non-GMO, and has added vitamin D for people who are in front of screens for a long time, like me. I've been wanting a healthy snack that tastes good.
So Pokimane, what exactly did you create when you literally copied this brand called Tootsie? I kid you not, guys, Pokimane's brand didn't even try to hide it. As a matter of fact, they were even too lazy to come up with a different name. To them, it was as simple as shaking things up just a little from Tootsie Midnight Mini Cookies to Mina Midnight Mini Cookies. We're still giving Pokimane some benefit of the doubt because it all could have been a coincidence. Maybe the ingredients were different because, I mean, she said she created this and it took her 2 years, right? Okay, let's check.
So we took that recipe and we refined it a lot. Like whether it's where a certain ingredient is being sourced, or the type of flour mix that we're using, or the quality, or whether it's organic or not. All these little details to improve the ingredients list and add vitamin D and make all these changes, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, we refined it and came out with our own version.
Oh, Oh, so as you can see, not only do they have the same ingredients, but also the exact same amounts. Total fat, 9 grams. Cholesterol, 0 milligrams. Sodium, 75 milligrams. Total carbohydrates, 14 grams. Protein, 2 grams. Guys, there is nothing new here. Oh wait, there actually is. The only difference between these two brands is that Pokimane threw in 3 micrograms. It's like adding 3 raindrops to a pool. And that's what took her 2 years to create. Oh, we're not done yet, loves. Here's the kicker. Totesi's snacks cost $9.90. Yet for the same thing, Pokimane expects you to cough out, get this, $28. A whole $18 difference.
All right, so here we are. We are on Pokimane's website. You click shop now, and here's where the damage starts. Here's where things get ridiculous. Okay, a 4-pack, one-time purchase, $28. That is pretty high.
But they can come in different color bags. Why? Just because it's cute and fun.
For the $18, Pokimane's snacks better be made with moon cheese and stardust. Otherwise, my taste buds are on a budget.
Part of me is like, did I just make this for myself? Or do other people want this kind of thing too?
How rich are these influencers that they're so out of touch with how ordinary people live? There's no way people would buy something that already exists for double the price just because it's worth their money.
I don't want you guys spending your money on something unless it's really, really worth your money.
Make it make sense. Now that y'all can see that this is a lie, let's listen to her one more time.
I just constantly felt like I had to choose between eating something yummy but kind of feeling bad or guilty about it, or eating something healthy, maybe feeling like I did something good but never really wanting to reach for it again because it did not taste good at all. In comes Mina. We basically made this brand because why are there not more snacks that are simply healthy, tasty?
You see, these are some of the reasons why people no longer trust any influencer endorsed products, because they lie. Influencers lie so much, you'd think their lives depend on it. When one is lying about using facial filters, another one is lying about their age, there'll be another one in the corner faking their lifestyle, some will low-key be asking fans for money, one will be busy scamming you, another will be promoting fake weight loss drinks, and Pokimane will join them with her snacks that are being marketed as if they'll rewrite our DNA. We're tired! Anyways, guys, moving on.
Sorry, I love seeing these behind me, like it brings me so much joy. 2 years, bro. 2 years!
Pokimane didn't even consider that most of her followers are actually kids being fed at home. If she thought this was a reasonable pricing for her target audience, then let's just say she should stick to fighting with fellow gamers online. But that's not all, guys. Remember that vitamin D that Pokimane added to other stolen ingredients? Yep, that. She actually singled it out and talked about it like it was the holy grail.
Incredible thing that we've been able to do with these snacks. Like it was just an idea in my mind that I had no idea if it was possible, but she made it happen. We have infused vitamin D into these delicious snacks. The fact that we can make a delicious, healthy snack and it has functional benefits like vitamin D,
That's literally a grain of sand at the beach.
I really, really want Mina to be known for just being like the no-brainer option.
Well, clearly things are not going well because it's already known as Pokimane's cash grab that never worked.
And I want to say the biggest thank you to the team of people that I've gotten to work on this with. They are like, wow, I've genuinely never had so much fun in any endeavor throughout my career. The people who have worked on this are incredible, down to their little souls. I've gotten to know them so well. I just feel so privileged and honored and blessed to work with them all. It really does take a village to come out with something freaking cool.
Guys, it took this team of grown tax-paying adults 2 years to sprinkle a bit of vitamin D into these stolen products, and here they are looking like they've just uncovered a top secret recipe from a magical cookbook, yet they couldn't even change the name.
So we took that recipe and we refined it a lot.
As expected, some of her fans are supporting this, but remember, these are kids who won't even buy those cookies anyways. The greater percentage of people aren't having it. The fact that Pokimane thinks people are going to be willing to spend $28 on subpar health in cookies in this economy right before the holidays is absolutely bananas. She's worth millions and yet wants more. These influencers and streamers never fail to disappoint. It's almost like they bought Costco cookies in bulk, dumped them into new packaging, and marked up the price tremendously. Only her young fan base won't care, and she knows that. At this point, if an influencer recommends me anything, I just 100% assume it's a scam. Guys, the drama has just begun. The internet has been on fire for a couple of days since the Mina cookies were launched, and so naturally Pokimane had to respond, which brings us to the next part of this mess. I would still not pay $7 for a bag of cookies, even if I was Elon Musk.
Okay, Pokimane not being able to acknowledge the fact that her cookies are overpriced is a little fucking slow to me, bro. It's not hard to see the overpriced you can compare it to all the competition. Her point needs to be the reason why they're higher priced is because we haven't reached economies of scale and we're using higher quality ingredients. That's the point Mr. Beast made with Feastables, and everyone said, okay, that's fair. It's a new brand. We're not being pumped with hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's higher quality ingredients that a competition is using.
Naturally, this story should have ended here because Pokimane has been caught in the act and exposed. But I need you guys to sit back because we're on to the next chapter of this crazy story, which starts with Pokimane responding to these allegations. I wish I could say that she said something worth listening to, but come on, hun, we aren't new to influencers. They'd rather mop the ocean than address stuff with the seriousness that they deserve. Anyways, here we go. The batch of Mina cookies we're currently shipping were made 3 weeks ago. They are not a drop-shipped product, and we own our formula. The cookies they are being compared to were also made by our manufacturer, Creation Foods. The compared cookies had one test batch sold before they were retired. Months later, we partnered with Creation Foods and fell in love with the flavor profile of the Midnight Cookie. We then decided to work together to refine and improve the formula, and we were really happy with the final product. While the ingredients may look similar, they are entirely different in the terms of ingredient quality, quantity/ratios, sourcing, the size/texture of the cookie, and of course we added vitamin D. Ugh, not the vitamin D again.
I launched the cookie. The name, Midnight Mini Cookie. Midnight Cookie, by the way, is like a dress term. It's like 2% milk or like wheat bread. It's like, you cannot trademark that word.
It's like a chocolate chip cookie. A midnight
Yes,
cookie.
it's
Like,
a-
I could go bake a midnight cookie,
Yes.
for the record.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So people found these really, really old images of a product that looks similar to ours and has the same name, Midnight Mini Cookie. And the thing is, we work with the same manufacturer, so we were aware of that product. It no longer exists, and it existed for one sample batch, and it was like sold at a Costco months and months and months ago. And they didn't want to use that recipe anymore. So when we started working with this manufacturer, we taste tested a bunch of stuff of theirs, but when I tasted, well, it was an older version of these, I was like, these are the ones that I like the most. So we took that recipe and we refined it a lot.
Basically, what Pokimane is saying here is that they intentionally failed to reveal two things. One, that both her Mina and Tootsie cookies were made by the same manufacturers, and that she did not create anything new. She simply copied Tootsie in what she now calls refining and improving the formula. What's even crazier is that Pokimane is still lying, guys, because if you can pause this video and check these two cookies, it's the same thing. Also, so which one is it? Did you create this the way that you claimed, or did you copy some other brand? Guys, Pokimane just made a fool of herself, because if y'all can remember, she seemed super excited about taking this new venture of hers. But now the problem is, if she could lie with so much enthusiasm, then what else did she lie about? Remember, she pitched it as a health miracle in a bag, which is now difficult to believe because it clearly isn't.
We basically made this brand because why are there not more snacks that are simply healthy, tasty? So yes, we never compromise on taste, but we prioritize health. Health is also a non-negotiable.
No, Pokimane, there was already a healthy and delicious cookie in the market. You simply repackaged it and increased the price because to you, this was an easy money grab. Now Pokimane has turned us into cookie detectives, cause we can't believe a word she says. She still insists that the ingredients are different. Well, let's see. The only difference here is that Pokimane added mushroom powder for that vitamin D she's been singing about. Pokimane's long and pointless response went on to justify the high price, claiming that making a healthy and quality snack with real gluten-free ingredients and added vitamins is not a cheap price. Pokimane's monologue went on and on. But one thing she failed to admit was that she stole someone else's brain work. Even if you were to give her the benefit of the doubt, $28 is too much for a bag of cookies. You could get 3 to 4 meals worth of healthy groceries with that money. Even if she said, oh, we revised the formula, the fact of it being $28 is outrageous.
$7 is a really high price point though, so I think for most people, it's not worth it. They're like Oreos, but not as sweet. It's very rich in flavor. It's very good, but for $7 a bag, I would say it's not worth it.
This story still doesn't end here, y'all. When Pokimane realized that people were still poking holes in her detailed yet lame response, she said, you know what? I've tried to be nice to these peasants, but to what end? Let me address them like the low-class citizens they are.
Regardless, people in the comments were saying that they'd rather just buy some Oreos than spend $20 on a bag of cookies. And then there were those saying that they're not shocked that this is happening at all.
If she knew better, she would have just let this story die a natural death. But against her better judgment, Pokimane has committed the cardinal sin that's always a guarantee one-way ticket to every influencer's downfall. This is so bad that even the pretty privilege she has been enjoying cannot save her from this. So guys, we could literally be witnessing Pokimane's ultimate downfall. Pokimane had the audacity to call her audience a bunch of broke boys. What?
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Not only did she call her supposed customers a bunch of broke boys, she had the guts to also call them idiots. You know what, guys? I know that people are surprised, but as for me, I'm actually surprised that people are surprised because this is the real Pokimane.
My family is starving and needs food to survive. Can you please send us a box of cookies? What are you, a fucking brokey?
Not that tiny-voiced, soft-spoken facade she has tried to pull earlier in her first response. This is who she has really been for years. This situation is particularly bad because she said during a live stream on Twitch. Let me tell you why this is bad. You see, Twitch has been Pokimane's main source of income. I would bet my bottom dollar that Pokimane's lifestyle is literally sponsored by the donations and premium subscribers she gets from Twitch. Those are the same people who are likely to buy her overpriced cookies because they literally bow to her. Like, Pokimane would say jump and all they'd ask is how high. Someone tell this young girl that you do not bite the hand that feeds you. She would have said this on here on YouTube, but look at her stupidly reducing the zeros in her bank account over the cookies that maybe she doesn't even like. She didn't even end it there, guys. Pokimane had more venom for her loyal viewers.
Like if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways, moving on. If you want to pay $8 for Twitter Blue for some pixels, that's okay. That's fine. You spend your money how you want. I'll spend mine how I want. And everyone else will spend theirs how they want. That's the beauty.
Pokimane then proceeded to Twitter where she spat even more venom. She wrote, "There's been some confusion about the product I launched and I'm here to set the record straight." She then attached that long response and about how she wasn't drop shipping but actually made those cookies, plus some other repetitive stuff she had said earlier.
Your cookies are just Costco cookies rebranded? No, guys, they're not. No.
What Pokimane may not have considered was that Twitter wasn't like Twitch, where her fans are worshiping her. So someone responded to her rant by saying, "This is so scummy, man. She's preying on her stance, wringing them out like a rag for every last penny. She's a manipulative liar and will once again pull the women get treated unfairly and sexist cards again, and her sheep fans will eat it up." Yep, this is someone who has known Pokimane for quite some time because he's absolutely right. That's exactly how Pokimane handles every controversy that surrounds her. Anyways, here's her response. "You're a dumbass who lacks reading comprehension skills, so you resort to regurgitating idiotic incel rhetoric instead of easily reading up the basic CPG food industry practices. Praying for you." Now, this is Pokimane in her true element.
It would probably be a good idea for Pokimane to watch how she interacts with users on Twitter or any public platform, since it's very telling about who she is in real life. If she continues to bully anyone that criticizes her for any reason, it's unlikely she's gonna maintain a fan base that actually supports her.
This guy is talking about how she pulls the gender and sexist card every time she puts herself in these kinds of situations. But what does Pokimane do? She literally falls on his trap. Funny how she calls her audience broke when they are the reason she has all of her money. I would still not pay $7 for a bag of cookies, even if I was Elon Musk. What do you guys think of this messy situation? Would you buy Pokimane's so-called healthy and delicious cookies? Let me know down in the comment section, and also don't forget to click the tab above for more videos on these celebrities and influencers.